Hey team, it's Michael from Doodle Development here, and I wanted to just spend a few minutes taking you through the brief for the Nike Well Festival Energy Capture booth that you're going to be working on for the next few weeks. We've got a really exciting project for you, and we hope you really enjoy it and get a lot out of it. So the actual experience is going to be in Nike Battersea, which is in the old Battersea Power Station, which for anyone who hasn't been there has now been converted into a state-of-the-art shopping centre. All of the stores are super digitally enabled, and this is one of Nike's newest spaces. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's classed as a Nike Wellness Collective. So it has its own yoga studio, and it's all around well and health and fitness. So a really nice space for us to do this in. And the reason that we're doing this is Nike are holding their first wellness festival on the 2nd of March. So really, really exciting. And to kind of bring some energy to this, we're creating this energy capture booth. And why we're doing it is we want to give people that are registered for the Nike Wellness Festival an opportunity to come and kind of have a little bit of fun before the festival. And then people that don't know about the festival, they will learn and experience it here. And what this will do is it will capture photo and video of good energy flowing throughout the store and kind of create a little bit of buzz around the Wellness Festival. It's going to be using positive words and affirmation to make the users feel seen and understood and celebrated. And then the booth is going to have video and photo output for people to download and experience and have some fun with. Now, this experience is not member gated, and by that we mean we don't need anyone to scan a QR code to go in. So that will really help with getting people through. In the past, some of you have worked on some of our experiences that we've needed to scan people in beforehand, and that's sometimes been a barrier. So anyone can go on this, whether they go into the Wellness Festival or not, and it can just be a little bit of fun for them. So super excited to take you through the actual experience. Now, the experience is going to be set up in the Nike Battersea store, and this is what it looks like. And I'm sure you'll agree it looks pretty impressive. We have some mannequins which are going to be dressed and styled up in kind of Nike Festival style clothing. There's a space outside, which is where you will hang out and you will kind of interact with consumers and encourage them into the energy capture booth. And then you can see the booth behind, and it's quite a big booth. It's kind of the size of a double photo booth which you would normally go in, and then there's a couple of parts to it. So the front part of the energy capture booth is in the first image, and here you have a nice big digital screen enticing people to come in. They go through a curtain and then they go inside the booth. We go through exactly what they do on the booth in a second, and then when they come out the booth, they'll come out this other side so that we have a natural flow. So if it gets busy and you have a queue of people, you're not going to get any congestion, and this is where their content and their photos will come out. And you can see on the side they're given the opportunity to take their photos away with them or help decorate the board as well. We'll probably get yourself and the staff members in there to do their version, so we have lots of examples showing up on the side as well. And then on the back of the booth, there's some really nice messaging, and there's a QR code, which is a call to action. And that QR code they can scan, and depending on when they scan it, it will take them to 2 different experiences, which I'll talk to in a second. Now, from a manning of this booth point of view, we've arranged to have 2 people to man this booth every single day. One person doing an early, one person doing a late, and then there's a handover so that we can make sure you can have a break and have a little rest in between that, and to make sure that the booth is covered at all times. The role of you when you're on this booth is really just to encourage people to go through, show them how to use it, and have a bit of fun with them. Keep the energy high, keep people hyped up, and that's going to be kind of really fun. The store will have music, there'll be lots of fun going on there as well. Now, this is the 8 steps of what happens within the booth. Don't worry too much if this doesn't all sink in right now, because on the day we will take you all through the booth, and it is fairly self-explanatory for what it is, but I'll run through the 8 steps now just so we're clear as to what they are. So the first thing is the visitor enters the store and they see the booth. They're hopefully attracted by all the bright colours. If the visitors have already registered for the Nike Wellness Festival, this is where they can pick up their packs, and the in-store staff can explain and show you what those packs look like. Then the visitor can enter the booth through the entrance and through the curtain. When they go in the booth, They'll be guided through an experience similar to when you get your passport photos taken. There'll be a step-by-step guide, which I'll show you in a second, and they'll have video and photos captured. In point number 5, then at the end of it, they'll be given a QR code inside the booth where they can scan and they can download that content. They can then put that on their own social media, and physical photos will be printed of them from the booth. As they exit on number 6, they'll exit through the curtain on the other side. In number 7, they're then being encouraged to help decorate the booth. And hopefully lots of people will be happy to leave their photos. If they don't, that's not a problem. We have plenty from you, from us, from the staff in the store as well. And then at the back end of the booth, there was the QR code that I mentioned before. Now, the Nike Wellness Festival was on the 2nd of March. So if they scan this before the 2nd of March, it takes them to a page where they can sign up and they can purchase a ticket to the Nike Wellness Festival. If they scan this after 2nd of March, they'll be taken to NTC, which is Nike's training club app. And this shows them lots of great movements around yoga, around wellness, around fitness that they can do afterwards at home or in a studio. Inside the booth, this is a guide of what they will see. Again, don't worry too much if it feels like there's a lot of information here and you're not absorbing it all straight away, because when you come in, we're going to get you to go through the booth and we're going to show you the booth so you kind of get that experience, and it is very self-explanatory. But when they come in, they will get a welcome message and instructions on the screen. They will get a random affirmation chose for them for their journey. A preview screen will come up with that affirmation and that different color gradients, and then the visitor presses record and they get to record 4 different prompts and poses for them to have some fun with. When the recording ends, a preview is shown and the visitor chooses to continue the journey, or they can retake them if they're not happy with them. The booth then loads the files. The visitor is given a QR code where they can download, and during that time the pictures are printed. And then when they leave, they are encouraged to share it on their socials as they exit the booth. Here's a couple of examples of what they're going to get. So they're going to get some digital output, which is an MP4 of their photos being taken and hopefully some fun reactions. And this is what they'll get to put on their social media. And then they'll get a printed photo, which will have all of the Nike Wellness logos and contact details on there as well. And again, just something fun that they can have some fun with. So the team, you guys, this is our dream team. Hopefully you can all see your lovely faces on there. We asked specifically for people that have worked with Nike before with us or have worked on sport activations in the past. And I know there's a few familiar faces that we've worked with quite a few times now. There's some new faces as well. So really excited to meet all of you guys. Hopefully you'll really enjoy the experience, enjoy working with us, enjoy working with Nike, and have a lot of fun from it. Here is the schedule. Hopefully you've all got a copy of this and you can recognize your names on here. There are 2 shifts that come within this. There's an early shift and there's a late shift, and there is a handover so we can make sure breaks are within there, and hopefully all super clear as to who is working when. The only exception is on Sunday the 18th of February that we're having a little bit of an earlier shift, because on that day there is some extra activity that's going on outside of the store in the common areas of Battersea, which we go through individually with the guys working on Sunday the 18th, because it's only for that shift that it affects. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the address of Nike Battersea. Super easy to get to and find, but please familiarise yourself with it. We will get you a store point of contact, which will be one of the store managers and the team there, just so you know who's there. We'll make sure you know where the staff room is, where the toilets are, where you can put your coats and bags, and any contacts that you need from a store point of view. And then from a doodle point of contact, it'll be myself, Michael, and Charlotte, who we'll show you some pictures of in a second so you know what we look like. And we'll be in and about the space at random intervals throughout that time. Now, from a staff uniform point of view, everyone should have received some deliveries over the last week. I know there's a couple of sizes that didn't fit and a couple of items that didn't come that we're going to sort out on the day. And from a uniform point of view, please wear as much of the uniform as much Nike as possible. It is okay to wear unbranded black jeans, cargos or leggings if you want to. The most important thing is that no other sports brands or other competitor brands are being worn. So if it's Nike or if it's plain, that's absolutely fine, but no other sports brands or no other fashion brands, because that would be a conflict of interest within the stores. From a footwear point of view, you can wear any Nike or any Jordan product. We've spoke to your leadership team and they've told us that you all have Nike footwear. So please make sure it's clean. Please make sure it's presentable. But any Nike or Jordan footwear is absolutely fine. From a top point of view, wear as much from the uniform pages as possible. If you've got other Nike products as well, that's absolutely fine to wear. As long as it's Nike products, we're more than happy with that, and you can layer up and accessorize how you want. And then from an accessory point of view, feel free to accessorize and kind of express yourself however you would feel for it, whether that's headbands, jewelry, watches, that's all fine, that's all acceptable. Please make sure there's no other sports brands that you're wearing, but come as comfortable as you can. Remember, you're representing the Nike brand, but you're also representing a festival as well, so you can have some fun with that. And then from a doodle point of view, this is us. This is our arty photos that we took recently of us. And myself, Michael, I'll be there on the first day and have a chat with the guys that are in and show you how to do anything. And then throughout random points, we will just drop in and say hello to you. At some points, we will come and probably stick our iPhone in your face and take some photos and videos and make sure we capture loads of great content and really capture the energy that's going on. Your team will be setting up a WhatsApp channel, so feel free to message us at any point if you've got any questions. We will make sure that we've got cover every day, including weekends. So if there's any questions, then feel free to just pop us a note and we'll be able to come back to you. And then that is everything for the Nike World Festival Energy Capture booth. So any questions, feel free to reach out. Watch this video as many times as you need to, have a chat with us in the store, and ultimately have some fun. This should be a really cool experience. You'll get to interact with the Nike team in store, who are fantastic, the Nike customers, who are great, and just have some fun with it. So excited for you to start in a couple of days, and if there's any questions in the meantime, until that WhatsApp channel is set up, feed it through your management and your leadership team, and they'll be able to come back to us. So excited to meet you all and see some familiar faces, and enjoy the experience. Thanks, guys.